We got a hot one tonight in Cary, North Carolina. Salem Stadium, Wake Med Soccer Park, home to North Carolina FC at 4-7-2. They welcome the reigning USL champion, Louisville City FC. Who knows, maybe Austin Duluth has a little magic in store for the reigning champs. Hello, everybody. I'm Dean Linke. Delighted to be a former Maryland National Champion and College Player of the Year, talking about the great Jason Gary. And Jason, of course, last time we were here, North Carolina FC scored 4 goals. You need to deliver at home.
Yeah, they've got to get 3 points at home. They've got to start moving up in the standings. A tough challenge here tonight against a Louisville team that's really rolling, you know, top of the table, close to top of the table, just behind FC Cincinnati in the USL standings. So got to get 3 points tonight. Have to have a good performance from North Carolina FC.
You said a tough opponent. Louisville City FC will start with them, and they're led by their captain, Paulo Del Piccolo. He's in the middle of the park.
Yeah, he sure is. He plays in that deep-lying midfield role. He's a Louisville guy, went to the University of Louisville. He's going to be really holding that team together, playing in that really deep-lying midfield role. He's going to be a destroyer in there, but then distributing out to some really good attacking players for Louisville. They've been able to score a lot of goals this season.
You think about North Carolina FC. Well, I already showed you Austin Duluth. He's on the left side. Over on the right side is something we like to call Miller time.
Yeah, absolutely, Stephen Miller. He can play anywhere on the right-hand side. He's played right back for this North Carolina FC team. But right now he's playing in that right-sided midfield role. He can get up and down the line. Never a question about his work rate. And recently he's been able to get in the box, get some goals, get some assists. Got a great right foot, but the work rate is excellent for me, and he's going to be a key tonight for North Carolina FC.
He'll have Rios and Lomas in front of him. We'll show you more of the starting lineups for both teams. We'll have the kickoff. It's hot in Cary. USL Soccer around the corner.
In soccer, every second is monumental. Every moment of the 90 minutes is backed up by months of training, hours of perfecting passes, weeks of tuning your touch. You put in the time searching for your next advantage. We provide the gear that helps you earn it.
Disaster can strike at any moment. But fortunately, Strategic Systems has got your back. If your data has been compromised, disaster recovery services from Strategic Systems will have you up and running in no time. Your data is critical. Protect it.
My name is Clint Dempsey, and I play for Seattle Sounders. If you played on a club team, it gave you an opportunity to get a scholarship in soccer. So going to Dallas, so we lived in Nacogdoches. I went for my first tryout, not really thinking I was going to make it, and ended up making the team. And then it was the reality set in. My parents said, like, how are we going to afford this? How are we going to be able to drive 3 hours one way and 3 hours back? I was just lucky that I had parents who were crazy enough to drive me that far to get that coaching. See more at celebratingsoccer.com.
Back to Wake Med Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, Cary, North Carolina, home to North Carolina FC. Both teams out and ready to go. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Alongside Jason Gary, I'm Dean Linke. We'll start with the home team, North Carolina FC.
Yeah, 2 guys up front, Marios Lomas, Daniel Rios, going to be relied upon to get the goals tonight for North Carolina FC. They've got to, I feel like if they start well on the front foot, Dean, get an early goal, this game will be really, really well for them, but a really challenging lineup on the other side for Louisville.
Starting lineup for James O'Connor and Louisville City FC. Again, your reigning champs are in second place right now.
Yeah, and Paulo Del Piccolo, we talked about in the open. That's the guy, the key guy there in the center midfield. Makes things happen. Ilya Illich, though, up top, he's capable of scoring buckets of goals. When he gets chances, he finishes them. And then on the left-hand side, Devin, with a great nickname, Speedy Williams, running up and down that left-hand side, is going to be a challenge for this back line of North Carolina FC.
Canadian Greg Ranjitsingh is in goal for James O'Connor, the top man for Louisville City FC. He won it all last year, and he won it in front of some great fans. They have an outstanding support base there in Louisville.
Yeah, they sure do. They support this team, and defending champions and are in really good form this season. So big challenge tonight for North Carolina FC and Coach Colin Clark there, DeJuan Bader, Nick Platter. Gotta have a good game plan tonight to go against these guys. Playing in that 4-4-2. We'll see. For me, if Kyle Becker can really get in the game early and make something happen, I think that's what Coach Colin Clark is looking for from the number 10, Kyle Becker.
There's Colin Clark with DeJuan Bader and Nick Platter as both teams out there and ready to go. A little bit of highlight reel trying to get in the head of Louisville City before we get started.
Yelling Michael Harrington. That'll get everybody up and running.
Michael Harrington's youth soccer coach, Russell Warren, out on the field today. Think about it, from Greenville, North Carolina, Michael Harrington, Pitt County.
Absolutely. He's had a great career, too, in MLS, and coming back home to North Carolina. Yeah, he was horrible to play against when I played against him in MLS, man. Just a battler. Playing now in the center of the park, usually out on the left-hand side, but let's get a little bit older, shifting into the middle of the park.
All right, we're underway. Delighted you're with us here on WRAL2 and ESPN+. North Carolina FC in their dark blue uniforms. There's Austin Dallas. Taken away there by Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith from Cincinnati, Ohio. Went to Transylvania University. That's played back to Sean Tosh. T-O-E-S-H is the way you pronounce it. It's spelled T-O-T-S-C-H.
And you see good early signs here from Louisville. They're an experienced team, keeping possession, moving the ball, switching it from side to side.
Early doors, just 2 minutes in. North Carolina FC and Louisville City FC. Good touches for Louisville City FC. Again in the white tops, gold shorts. Played middle of the park. Taken care of there by Guillen. Guillen forcing the lineup. Pibo Due, who was really playing outstanding at left back a couple games ago against Ottawa Fury FC. He pulled a hamstring, so he's going to be out for a couple more weeks, according to Colin Clark, the head coach for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, good opportunity here for Aaron Guillen, though. Good defender all around, but a little bit out of position here at left back. See how he does. Early signs, playing with some confidence in possession.
Driven out of trouble. We do say hello over in Russia to the big man, Director of Broadcasting for North Carolina FC, the great Jorge Acuna, enjoying things. Tough result for his Costa Ricans against Brazil.
Yeah, no celebration there for them, but they battled, though. Left it late. Brazil, a couple goals in extra time.
Trying to fight loose to either Rios or Lomas, who are becoming the go-to as part of the 4-4-2. Of course, the Cameroonian Iwolo has also been very good, but it does feel like Lomas and Rios are rounding into a pretty good tandem.
Yeah, that goal Marios Lomas scored a few weeks ago, that little deft touch to put it far post, was a world-class finish, and he's got the number 9 on his back, so be relied upon to score goals. But I do think if the service is good for him and Rios up top, they will score goals. The question is, where is the service going to come from? Can North Carolina FC get enough possession in dangerous areas to serve those two big center forwards?
A couple long balls taken back by North Carolina FC. That's Taylor, who's been outstanding at right back and allowed Miller to do his work in the middle of the park, as Jason Gary told you to start the show. Here is Taylor again. Taylor trying to play it into space. Pretty nifty little touch there by Rios. Rios, as he tries to cut back, he was held up, and it'll be a free kick for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, great opportunity here. Good ball from Taylor. And Daniel Rios just holding off that defender, cutting inside. I think it was a foul. Great opportunity here early for North Carolina FC to put a dangerous ball in the box. Kyle Becker with that free kick, he's got the capability of putting it wherever he wants.
As Marco Rosa would tell us, the North Carolina FC free kick is brought to you by Alpaca Peruvian Charcoal Chicken. 5 minutes in. Becker is over the ball.
See, Connor Tobin is a danger man. Center back moving forward. He scored a goal a few weeks ago as well. Some big targets in there.
Becker, right or left foot, doesn't matter. Pretty good quality. Trying to find Lomas over his head. Knocked out of there by Louisville City FC. That's Ian, the left back to Harrington. Harrington, your left center back, trying to ping it in there, looking for Rios. Rios battling. It'll fall. Miller, one touch. Couldn't get his body around it. Miller back again. Miller, right foot this time. Oh, my! And off the post. That close to Miller time.
We talked about him in the open. It's a great opportunity. The ball just bouncing around in the box. And Stephen Miller puts one off the post. We'll see it here. Great win by Daniel Rios. The initial one gets taken away from Stephen Miller, but not cleared well by Louisville. Good layback there from Connor Tobin. Miller's just trying to shape that thing towards the near post and finds that near post. Louisville lucky to get away with not finding one in the back of the net.
Loose ball picked up by DeLuz. DeLuz somehow was able to find Smith. This will go through Harrington. Harrington will come back to Tembakis. He's been the #1 all season long for Colin Clark.
Good composure there from Tembakis. North Carolina FC, they want to be a possession-oriented team. They're doing a great job here, just working the ball out of the back, not panicking.
Patience for North Carolina FC.
And that's why one of the center forwards has got to check in, make themselves available. So with Rios and Lomas, one's got to check to the ball, one's got to make that longer run.
So here's Becker. Keeps it on the ground, somehow finds DeLuz. Smith quickly to Guillen. Guillen looking for Lomas. DeLuz shouting instructions. Lomas. DeLuz kind of brought a defender right into Lomas. Didn't mean to. Good tackle there, good combination. And there's Smith again doing those little things. That won't show up on the stat sheet right there, but Jason Garrett, I love that play.
Yeah, it was important. He just read the play, made himself a nuisance to Louisville as they tried to get out of their defensive third. Retained possession for North Carolina FC. I think a little thing, though, you don't want Marios Lomas on the sideline trying to play make. You want him in the box.
Guillen with Becker making an overlapping run, trying to get through to Rios. It'll fall to Lomas. Lomas finds Miller. Thought he was going to take a crack at it. Now Miller gives it back to Taylor. He's onside. Good ball. Rios deflected around. And a push there from Smith. And I'll tell you what, we're only 8 minutes in, but the home team, we're in the dark blue, the better side so far.
Yeah, really good early signs. The best chance for Stephen Miller there. But dangerous. Finding that weak side, switching the ball, trying to create something. Coach Colin Clark, I think he'll be happy with how the first 8 minutes or so have gone tonight.
North Carolina FC likes to thank Continental Tire as well as Summit Hospitality, the official hotel partner of the North Carolina Football Club, for bringing you tonight's broadcast, and all of the great corporate partners of North Carolina FC. Alongside Jason Gary, Dean Linke with you. The cross far side open, back across, cleared out of there for safety. Connor Tobin will knock it out of bounds, and tonight Tobin wearing the captain's armband.
Good clearance there from Connor Tobin. Just didn't take any chances. Get that ball up and out. Didn't know what was behind him. See what Louisville puts together here for their first set piece. Some pretty big bodies. See Paco Craig coming up, number 5 there in the middle.
Hand in the air, corner kick driven. Rios, that's how you clear a ball.
That's a great clearance from Rios.
Jimenez taking that corner kick. Deflected out of bounds. It'll come back to Tembakis. We walk you up to minute 10. No score. North Carolina FC, Louisville City FC. Louisville City They come in 7-2-3, 24 points, second in the Eastern Conference of the USL. North Carolina FC, they come in at 6-2-5. That's right, we'll double check their standings as well. This will come back here to Guillen. Good opportunity here for North Carolina FC. Here's Miller. Miller into the 18, mishit it. Tobin wins it. Tobin takes his time. I like that move. He thought about pinging it. Nobody was open, and they settle it down.
Yeah, just keep possession. See Kyle Becker. He's dropping back into some of these deeper positions just to get on the ball and create. Good turn from Rios.
Lomas. Back to Becker. Back across. Oh, my! And how about Daniel Rios and North Carolina FC? It's 1-0.
Indeed, it is a fantastic goal for North Carolina FC. Pinpoint cross here from Kyle Becker. Lomas does the hard work here as a center forward, holding the ball up, but watch Becker, gets his head up. He sees Rios. Rios makes an unbelievable run in front of his defender and finishes that header right through past the goalkeeper, Ranjit Singh. But a pinpoint cross from Kyle Becker and a fantastic header from Daniel Rios, getting on the score sheet.
7 goals, the runaway leader in goals. Held that jersey up, number 14. What a pickup on loan from Chivas Guadalajara.
Yeah, and anyone that's out there that plays center forward, Daniel Rios did the exact right thing. He faked like he was going to go far post, ran in front of his defender, and Kyle Becker got his head up and found him with a pinpoint cross, and he buried the header. Great start here for North Carolina FC.
And how many times of late has North Carolina FC gotten off to a great start as well? That was not their normal run of play, you know. I mean, over the last several years, they're usually rallying behind and that type of thing, and they're getting off to great starts. Now it's a matter of just putting teams away.
Absolutely. They usually leave it late in the 80th, 90th minute in extra time, but that was an excellent example of great cross, great finish, which Colin Clark, being an old center forward himself, would love that from Daniel Rios, but talked about on the outset, Kyle Becker, excellent cross, getting involved.
Short corner here for Louisville City. Sent back across. Still loose. Rios will run it down. Louisville City FC staying with it. Becker.
This is the stage, Dean, just getting that goal for North Carolina FC. Keep the possession. Don't give the ball away cheaply. This is fine. You're up 1-0. Louisville's going to have to press the game.
Guillen. Far side, trying to find Miller. Fourteenth minute. Far side here for Louisville City FC. Miller defending. Let's see how Louisville City responds. Now right side. Taylor's got it. It'll fall back there to McCabe. Cleared out. Certainly Louisville City FC, a team that won the USL title a year ago. Obviously a team with a great deal of composure. They're not going to go away down 1-0.
Yeah, absolutely not. They're not going to stop. See a little possession from them here. Tackle from Guillen.
may have gone off of Louisville City FC. It didn't. Dean with the thumbs up. Throwing quickly here for Louisville City. This will fall back. Great ball, diagonal. Excellent ball coming there from Del Piccolo.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable service from Del Piccolo. I don't think anyone else in the field saw that developing, but he did. Watch this ball. Just a straight ball through on the ground. He almost finds his winger cutting in there. Against Jimenez. All that takes is just a touch to get it past Tambakis. You see for Louisville, get the wide shot here. There's a big gap between the back line and their midfielders. They're trying to press the game a little bit with their front 6 or 7.
Miller looks up. So close. It's Sean Tosh just climbing the ladder high enough. Becker, who had that great assist, it's called for the foul. He'll get just a little mention from the referee, Jason Gary. And your referee tonight is Rosenda Mendoza.
Yeah, this ball is bouncing. Kyle Becker comes in strong, just tries to get that foot up. And Williams there goes down pretty dramatically. I like this from the referee, though. I don't think that was a yellow card. I think both players had their foot up in the air. Louisville fans might disagree with me, but Kyle Becker was making a fair challenge on the ball. Definitely a foul, but not a yellow for me. We get the Kyle Lang VAR going, though. You know, get some replays up here. The World Cup.
Played out of the back. Off the back of Harrington. It'll fall back to Louisville City FC. Into the 18. Good cross, cleared there by Tobin. 1-0 on a goal from Daniel Rios off the top of his head, the 7th of the season. The assist to Kyle Becker, and North Carolina FC is on top. Getting you updated on the standings, which I was looking down at just before Rios scored. North Carolina FC, they played 13 games. They're 4-7-2 with 14 points. So they sit at 13 right now, and Charleston in that 8th spot is at 21. So that is what they're trying to chase down. This will come back to Deleuze. Looking for Lomas, and Tosh will play it back. And under pressure from Lomas, knocked out of bounds, and Jitsing just sends it long. North Carolina FC putting some pressure here on the reigning champs. I like what I'm seeing here from the team in blue.
Yeah, good possession game, good pressure. Players all across the field for North Carolina FC.
Up and in, towards the 10.
Taylor. Now to Miller. Miller keeps it on the ground. Corner kick. Corner kick, North Carolina FC.
Yeah, it was an important intervention there. I believe it was Del Piccolo again. Good ball getting down there from Stephen Miller, playing on that right-hand side. You see Kyle Becker walking over for the corner kick, bringing up the guys from the back. Connor Tobin's coming up. Got Lomas, Rios in there, good targets. Make strong runs here. Make sure that ball gets over the first defender from Kyle Becker.
Becker on the ground. Nice ball back. Turning with it is Rios. He's got one already from Becker. Becker, look at this with his left foot. It'll bounce. Rios tries to keep it alive, a little bit reckless, and the whistle called against him.
Yeah, there was some kind of set play there from North Carolina FC. I'm not sure if it was designed to go to Rios, but he kind of blew it up a little bit, playing that ball on the ground. Check that one out, and they watched video this week, see kind of what went wrong on that free kick. Just didn't really come off the way they designed it.
19 minutes in. You see the soccer ball out there. That's a Select ball. Select is the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50. Harrington. Nobody home. It'll go out of bounds. Middle of the park, Louisville City FC, too long.
Yeah, Williams there just trying to find Brian Ownby. You see it here. Ball played in, great hold-up play from Lomas. It's a goal. Watch Kyle Becker, though. Gets his head up once there. Picks out Daniel Rios with a pinpoint cross. Great header coming across the defender from the center forward. Great look at it here. Great bending ball with some pace from Kyle Becker and Daniel Rios, making it happen.
Beautiful goal. Nice to see it again here. 1-0, 20 minutes in. Excellent second look from our crew. Well, he smoked that with his head.
Sure
Beautiful
did.
goal. There's Deleuze.
He's feeling a little bit. Mexico advancing to the World Cup. He's, let's get some goals too.
People are saying they're like the second or third best team in the World Cup right now. What do you think?
They've had some great performances. I don't know. For me, though, Belgium looks unreal with the weapons they have. I mean, Germany coming out with a last gasp win today.
That changes that.
Oh, it totally
Nobody's even
feel,
clinched
isn't it?
now. It's
crazy. Unbelievable.
Even Mexico's got some work to do.
They got some work.
Well, that would just be unbelievable if Mexico didn't get in somehow. They're in, though, right? They're going to keep it going.
Yeah, they got some good goal differential a little bit there.
Good turn here by Miller. Miller continues to run around and through players and everything in between. Deleuze.
Oh, he had
That's
to lose.
Lomas, right? I think was that Deleuze or that was Lomas? My bad.
Yeah, I think he had to lose though earlier. I think Stephen Miller took one extra touch here. It's a great play on the right-hand side from him. I think right here, Austin Deleuze had made a run. If he had played it, I think it's a tap-in for Deleuze. In the end, Lomas challenges the goalkeeper, wins the corner. But Stephen Miller again popping up in some great spots.
All the subs up now for Louisville City FC. Everybody leaving the bench. Corner kick driven in. Connor Tobin crashing in there. Runs into Greg Ranjitsingh, and a shot there just missing.
Oh, Taylor, he came up from that right back spot. He won't find himself in positions like that very often. Took a crack at it just over the crossbar. Yeah, but Coach O'Connor, he's got his whole bench warming up 20 minutes into this first half. He's not a happy camper. No one's injured. Never a good sign, though. Getting everybody warming up here in the first half.
Ranjitsingh directing traffic, decides to bomb it long. Look at Tobin. He's winning all those first balls. Second ball won by Louisville City FC. They'll push it right side. It will stay in bounds. Deleuze gets over, knocks it out of bounds as he was able to track down number 24 for Louisville City FC, Kyle Smith. Looked like a handball. They won't call it. Kept alive there by Brian Ownby. Feels like Ownby's been around for some time. Smith gets his foot on it, knocked out of bounds. Throw in here for Louisville City FC. All right, we are halfway through the first half, as I like to do. Ask my expert analysts, future Hall of Famer for the University of Maryland, Jason Gary. Your thoughts first on the visitors from Louisville.
Yeah, they started out pretty strongly in the first couple minutes, but not enough possession, not enough dangerous opportunities created for Louisville. We haven't seen much from Illich or Ownby or really any of the attacking players for Louisville. And for North Carolina FC, I mean, they've been pretty excellent so far in the first half of this first half. Create a couple chances, hit the post, scored a goal. Great stuff from Rios, Becker, Miller. Everyone's been kind of on fire. Got to see if they can get a second here. Put a little separation between this Louisville team. We know Louisville are a quality opponent, so they're going to have to see if they can keep the pressure up here, not allow them back into the game easily.
I mean, really, for me right now, the three best players on the field has been Becker, Rios, and Miller. Those three have been better than the opposition.
Yeah, absolutely. They're controlling possession here. They're in a kind of a comfort zone for North Carolina FC.
Guillen, a natural center back, playing left back in the absence of Pivo Doué. Good little touch there. Phenomenal work from Ownby. Ownby will come back and get it. Jimenez will switch it far side. McCabe played back to Smith. Better work here now as it's over to Speedy Williams. Speedy Williams, the Jamaican, who also spent time with New York Red Bulls, particularly their New York Red Bulls 2 program, to be specific. Becker will switch it. I mean, Becker, right foot or left foot, can pretty much hit the same ball.
Yeah, he can ping it.
Could you do that? Same exact ball?
Absolutely not. Whatever you want with the right foot, but the left foot, it's a bit sketchy.
There you go.
Oh, speaking of sketchy, he's not worried about it, though. Tambakis just trying to get the goalkeeper involved a little bit, keep him on his toes.
That was Becker, the Canadian, just said, you know what, I'm just going to pop it back and reset this here.
Yeah, Becker's, he's just one of those guys with so much talent.
Look at Miller run this down. Miller, just his effort right there, almost getting it over to Lomas.
Oh, Holmby, what a little nifty touch there. He's a little upset, I think, with his teammates more than anything right now. They're not bringing the same level of intensity as North Carolina FC have brought in this first half. Going back to Becker, though, I mean, that guy is just so talented. He just oozes talent. I mean, he has the ability to do something special that not a lot of players have. That's why, for me, if he's on and he's involved in the game like he has been in this game, North Carolina FC are excellent. When he's not involved and he's not on his game, it's difficult for them to create.
Far side for Louisville City FC, and they'll bring it all the way back. Play in the middle. USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live, game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow at USL on Twitter. Good little move here from Louisville City FC. Popped out of there. That was Kyle Smith, Transylvania University.
Have a quicker. Keep playing wide, Cole.
Swahi, Alexi Swahi, number 3, the center back. Plays it here to Speedy Williams, the Jamaican. Push it over to Craig. Craig's from England. Omby taken down there, and a foul. Looks like Taylor got quite a bit of the player.
Yeah, we'll see the replay here. Good move by Ownby here. Not sure if Taylor, how much he got. Looks like he got a ball to me. Looks like Ownby's just going down a little bit.
I think you're right, Jason Gary. Taylor didn't like the call.
It's a dangerous opportunity, though, for Louisville here. They have something lined up. There's a lot of space here at the top of the box. Brian Ownby there pretending he's not paying attention. There goes Daniel Rios, though, to make sure there's not a big gap around the penalty spot.
This is danger time, 28 minutes. It's like taking a corner, but 10 yards closer. Perhaps even a better angle. Waiting for the whistle. He's got it right here. Lofted ball. Tambakis kind of stumbled across his line. Knocked out of bounds. Foul anyway, and it'll come back to North Carolina FC. They lead it, Jason Gary, 1-0.
Yeah, they've been excellent so far. This guy right here on the ball, Daniel Rios, has been great. Got his finish, been holding the ball up just like that. Doing his job.
Gotta get higher there, Cole.
When you think about depth, that could be an issue for North Carolina FC. Is not only is Pibo Due out, Rolito Fernandez, a substitute defender, is also out. There are no official defenders listed for subs. Austin Guerrero's the backup keeper. Then it's Canziora, Dre Fortune, Cameron Steele, all holding mids. Nelson Blanco, T. Shipolani, they are wide mids. And then Donovan Iwolo, he's a center forward.
You don't want to see T. Shipolani play center back? I think
that would be worth it right there. Yeah, I do want to see that. Yeah, you wonder.
He'd be stepping over everybody.
Well, you got Stephen Miller, right?
Yeah,
so he could slide back.
Yeah.
I suppose Becker probably has the ability to play anywhere, right?
Yeah, you can slide Graham Smith back pretty much anywhere you want, right? Canziora come in the midfield, but you're right, no defenders. It is a question on the depth.
Right side for Louisville City FC, trying to get some of the game back. Illich Ilya Ilic getting involved, the Serbian. He went to Young Harris College. Tosh with a shove there on Deleuze. Deleuze, I mean, if he's 150 pounds soaking wet, I wouldn't believe it, yet somehow he doesn't get knocked off of too many balls.
Yeah, he's strong. I just feel like he's getting in better shape as he gets older, which is just bizarre. Like, really, he's Stephen Miller again, just doing the work.
Yeah, Miller is, since coming off that hamstring injury, he has been a different player. He's just been head and shoulders above. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Miller going to try to send it back. Oh, my. Almost tucked it in. Stephen Miller making the opposition look like cones.
Tell you what, going up and down that right-hand side. He's megging people. He's getting around folks.
But that's become routine of late, right? Like, it's unbelievable.
He's just feeling it. Just that final ball, it just didn't quite make the connection. Just looking for Rios there. Good play.
Lomas back to Rios. Lomas. Miller was over on the right side.
You can see the Miller just strong. So I'm not going to give you the ball. I'm going to keep going at it. Poor challenge, cuts inside. It's excellent. Gets his head up. He's just trying to chip this one. Just gets a little too much on it. Trying to find Lomas, but he beat 4 players there down the right-hand side all by himself.
He took Jimenez and took Craig and just absolutely screwed them into the ground. I'll tell you what, if he goes side foot right there, just by himself, could go side netting there.
Something, yeah.
There's Taylor, read that one perfectly before it could find Omby. 32nd minute. Yeah, JC, I like where your head is on Stephen Miller because he's always been pretty good, but now he's taking on players.
Yeah, he's playing with some confidence. Such a big part of being a professional, playing with confidence. When you're feeling it and you're in the groove, you'll just keep going at people even if you get stopped or the ball gets stolen, you'll just keep going.
North Carolina FC would also like to thank the North Carolina Education Lottery. Carolina Keno gives you the chance to win up to $100,000 every 5 minutes. Visit nclottery.com to find out where you can play Carolina Keno. We'll go out of bounds and back to Louisville City FC. If you're just joining us, early on, a goal from Daniel Rios off his head, assisted by the Canadian number 10, Kyle Becker. The only goal of the game. It's 1-0 North Carolina FC. On top of your reigning USL champions, Louisville City FC. Speedy Williams. That'll roll out of bounds.
Yeah, just a little bit sloppy for Louisville here.
If you want to get exclusive video content and photography from across the USL, make sure to follow the league's official Instagram account at USL Soccer.
Yeah, one thing, Louisville's coming off a midweek game, so a little bit to do with tired legs here in the first half. It's only going to get a little bit worse, though. It's a hot night here in North Carolina.
Deleuze with that quick throw in. Okay, so you start thinking about North Carolina FC. They're too far down the standings to be tooting the horn too loud for players, but I'm going to do it anyway because I think Miller, Deleuze, and Becker need to be on notice as players if North Carolina FC can continue to win games and climb the ladder as players that need to be recognized for USL's best 11.
Absolutely. I think they continue, but you got to be winning, right? Yeah, I think you're right. And you got to be winning. You got to be at the top of the standings to get those recognition for individual players. Also, Daniel Rios, was this his seventh goal?
Yeah.
I mean, he's scoring goals, right? I mean, that's big time here.
Yeah, Rios will probably get the most attention because of those goals, but Miller and Deleuze have been outstanding. So is Becker.
Yeah, game in, game out. I love this try. Just stretch him a little bit. Didn't come off there from Deleuze, but it's going to make those center backs, Tosh and Paco Craig, just think a little bit. They had 2 forwards to deal with. But I like this North Carolina FC team in the 4-4-2. It just makes it so much more dangerous going forward when you have two of those guys, Lomas and Rios, and I would expect to see Uwolo in the second half come in for one of them with that speed. They played that 4-5-1. It was just difficult. They really couldn't get out and create too many chances.
Stay with us at halftime. We'll get you up to date on all the great happenings with USL. They're still working on a possible VAR to rush with Jorge Acuna. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not.
I don't want to see that. That'd be some good stuff.
They'll switch it far side, 35th minute.
What about the missed VAR with Sweden and Germany today? Penalty for Sweden could have changed the whole complexion. Red card potentially.
Yeah, good point.
Tell you what.
Do you think eventually MLS will go to that the whole time? Yeah, they got it already, obviously.
Yeah,
right?
They've been working on that, and I think.
Here's a shot, deflected and in. Look at that, 1-1. Don't need any VAR on that one. As Ilyich scores, looks like it was deflected. It'll come in. Oh no, flag is up. Wow, they're going to wave it off.
Wow.
How about that? And how about North Carolina
we need
FC?
VAR right here. Let's see what happened.
Wow. What a break. Somebody was standing offside.
It must have come off. It must have come off a Louisville player, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is that Ownby right there?
Yeah, he's off. He's in front.
Does it come off of him or does it come off of Harrington?
I think it came off of Harrington. So what does that mean? Oh yeah.
Yeah, if it comes off the Louisville player, he's in offside position. Yeah, then it's no goal. But if it comes off of Harrington, Louisville player is not. I think that's what Coach O'Connor here is arguing.
Saying, yeah.
It was difficult to see on that replay who it came off, but it looked like it came off of Harrington, the inside of his thigh, which should have made it a good goal. Coach O'Connor, he's not a happy camper down there. I don't blame him. We're just talking about VAR, Dean, and let's see it here. I think it's off of Harrington.
Well, because I felt like
Maybe.
the rotation of the ball changed, right? So we'll have to look at it again. We'll definitely look at it at halftime. Guillen will head it down to Deleuze.
You have the argument if he interfered with the play in an offside position, but to me, he's just standing there behind Harrington. Coach O'Connor and Louisville have a good argument that should have been a allowable goal.
37th minute. It is hot.
We need to get Joe. What was it, Joe Matnick on the phone here. Dr. Joe doing the World Cup. You know, he'd break that one down for us.
You know, Dr. Joe Matnick, by the way, was on staff with Bob Gansler when the USA made the World Cup in 1990. He's now in the U.S. Soccer Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's big time. Love his commentary at the World Cup. I never really liked referees, so I tried not to pay too much attention to him.
Well, that's the thing. He was a referee and a coach.
He was.
He had both angles covered. Here's Miller. Miller's going to take a shot. Sent out of there. Ranjitsingh with the save.
It's a good spot, but I love it from Stephen Miller. Get after it.
Rios. Oh, my. Taylor was on, and he was in. What a tackle.
Yeah, was that Paco Craig there? Just a last-ditch effort. Ownby's on the run.
Ownby. Scott Guillen. Ownby. Side of his foot. Tobin. Corner kick. Corner kick. Louisville City FC, 39th minute.
Yeah, great combination from both teams there. Louisville City, a great break. Brian Ownby trying to find Ilyich there on the back post, but an equally spectacular play there from Connor Tobin, tracking back as a center back and getting a touch on that ball, preventing the goal. Pretty entertaining game here tonight, Dean.
Yeah, indeed. 39th minute. North Carolina FC 1-0. Perhaps lucky is the best way to say that it's not 1-1 based on what we saw in the replay. Hanging around, and there it is 1-1. So lucky no longer. We are tied. Paco Craig, we think, with the goal. We'll confirm it.
What's going on here? The referee having a chat with,
I think, the captain.
Yeah, Seto Piccolo. I mean, kind of really out of nowhere. Great corner kick here.
Jimenez.
Yeah, whips it in. Sure who it was. I think it was Paco Craig, though, the center back. It's a great header, though. Heads it down, gets up over his defender. Yeah, Paco Craig just rising up. Really kind of silenced the crowd here a little bit.
So tied at 1. Boy, just as I was saying, they're lucky it wasn't ones. They get their first goal.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great corner kick, played in well. I think it was Jimenez who whipped that ball in, and Paco Craig just jumped his defender. He wanted it a little bit more. Great header there to the far post. No chance for Tambakis to make a save, really. Louisville settling in this game a little bit. See it. Last 5 or 10 minutes have been great from them.
So here they come again. Smith out wide here to Omby. Omby right side or left side, and Tambakis has it this time. So who knows, Jason Gary, based on what we think we saw on a possible deflection from Harrington, perhaps justice served here as we're tied at 1.
Yeah, I agree. This Louisville team has upped the intensity a little bit in the last 5 or 10 minutes. North Carolina FC, not the same level of pressure we saw for the first 30 or 35 minutes of this first half. A block tackle there, those two guys.
Sound just, I never like hearing it. Tosh and DeLuz a moment ago. Speedy Williams plays it off. It'll come all the way back here to Swahi. Alexi Swahi. He's from France. Went to my mom's alma mater, Bowling Green State University. Midwest Ohio, the Falcons. You ever been to Bowling Green State University, Jason Gary?
Never.
You're not missing much. Good people there, though. Middle of the park, Del Piccolo. I feel like it was Del Piccolo who the referee was talking to. Played through, still loose. Back across, can it be 2-1? Tambakis gets down and get low. That was almost a 5-hole goal right there. Speedy Williams, nifty little move. He'll take a shot. Tambakis will swat it away, and it's all Louisville City right now.
Yeah, it sure is. 2 big-time saves from Alex Tambakis there in the North Carolina FC goal. He's trying to get his defenders fired up because really 2 great chances there. Illich missed the first one. Speedy Williams here with the shot. That's fine in the upper 90. Unless Tambakis does something about it. See how the defending is on this corner kick.
Jimenez, another pretty good ball. At the time it was Lomas coming back, doing the defensive work on the corner kick, the center forward. Speedy Williams sends it back. Miller thought he had a track on it. Kept alive over there by Toch. Now Jimenez gets another shot, hits it well. Tambakis deflected out, throw in. Louisville City FC, who has dominated the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, their pressure has been something special here the last 5 or 10 minutes. North Carolina FC have got to find a way to get some possession, but the pressure is really just not there from North Carolina FC. It's almost like a switch flipped, and Louisville City has been all over them.
Toch. Del Piccolo. Go quickly here to Omby. Omby trying to get it back. Omby. Nobody home, far side. Still stays, though, with the visitors. Kyle Smith. He'll bring it all the way back. Plenty of time here for what looks like Louisville City FC to score that second goal on the road.
Yeah, they've got to push out. North Carolina FC, they're sitting back too far, allowing Louisville City too much possession here. And just able to pick out crosses back and forth across the field.
Kyle Smith on the ground. Back heel coming there from Jimenez. Referee letting them play. 44th minute. Speedy Williams. Second ball, cross, still alive. Boy, Louisville City FC staying with every ball. That's low. Tambakis gets down, and right now it's like practice time. Tambakis is facing every kind of shot.
Yeah, Dean, I think North Carolina FC, they're fortunate not to be down another goal or two here just for the past 5 or 10 minutes. Not being able to keep possession, not putting pressure this Louisville team. They're sitting too far deep for me. I see Coach Colin Clark up off the bench several times, telling guys to push up.
Harrington is going to ping it long. Rios and Lomas are there. So is Swahi, as he'll come back to Ranjit Singh. He's picked one out of his net. Tambakis has picked one out of his net. We're tied at 1. Rios for North Carolina FC. Paco Craig for Louisville City FC. That's where we are, 1-1. Kyle Smith with Guillen on him, support from Deleuze. Don't anticipate a ton of extra time here for 2 reasons. One, there wasn't a whole lot of delays. 2, in this kind of heat, the referees usually like to get the teams into the locker room. We're told no extra time, so that's kind of what I thought. Taylor. There it is at 45. They'll blow the whistle, and early on, North Carolina FC looked good, 1-0. Couldn't add the second. And meanwhile, James O'Connor's team ties it at 1.
Yeah, I think Coach O'Connor there, walking in the locker room, he'll be happy with the response from this Louisville team. They've been excellent for the past 10 or 15 minutes, putting Alex Tambakis in the North Carolina FC goal under a lot of pressure, setting up for a great second half, though, Dean.
All right, we're going to take it to break. We'll come back, take a look around the USL, show you the highlights and so much more. North Carolina FC 1, Louisville City FC 1.
My name is Clint Dempsey, and I play for Seattle.
Halftime here, Salem Stadium, Wake Med Soccer Park, Cary, North Carolina. A heat wave indeed, a hot one. And pretty good action here in the first half. It's North Carolina FC 1, your reigning USL champion, Louisville City FC 1. Little bonus time here. Always fun to spend time with Kurt Johnson, the president general manager for North Carolina FC. And he joins me now upstairs in the press box. Good to see you, Kurt.
Good to see you.
Hot weather out there. It's tough to play under these conditions, but boy, it's been an entertaining first half.
You know, 2 teams that like to possess the ball. It's hard to get it back when the other team gets the ball. A lot of defensive, expending a lot of energy on defense. Both teams making the other team run. It's, I think, a very well-played first half.
Jason, Gary, and I were talking about the fact that since coming back from the hamstring injury, Stephen Miller's always been good, but he's looking like he's a step or 2 better than everybody around him the last few games.
Well, he combines a lot of things that, you know, many players have 1 or 2, but he can beat people off the dribble. He's tenacious. You know, he's going to win the tackle. He'll run all day long, and he can finish and get the assist as well. So he's becoming a very much a complete player, and, you know, what a team guy.
Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for North Carolina FC. As you see the games coming down the road. They'll go on the road a little bit, but one of the things you liked about joining the USL was some of these rivalry games.
Well, we start to ramp up the Southern Derby. You know, we're very excited about the games coming up, and they mean so much, you know, to play against Charleston, to play a bit against the Kickers, to play against Charlotte as regularly as possible is fantastic. See the Kickers coming up, tough loss up there late in the game, early in the season. We need to make amends for that one for sure.
All right, you see that July 4th game where North Carolina FC, they're going to be at Pittsburgh, but North Carolina Courage, they'll be home here on July 4th. Big win today out in Seattle. They looked really good.
Win. Yeah, a huge win. Seattle's a fantastic team. Megan Rapinoe, outstanding. And, you know, 4 goals on the road on the West Coast. It was special. Yeah, well done.
All right, you start to think about the North Carolina FC structure. The PDL team is doing well, and you've got the affiliation with
PDL's in first place.
Yeah, indeed, first place. I mean, everything seems to be working well with the NCFC youth. And get us updated on that, Kurt.
Yeah, no, it's exciting, you know, to see the plan. So many have worked so hard in soccer for 40-plus years now on the youth side, 20-plus years on the pro side, a long history of women's soccer at the highest level here, both pro and college. So we see the fruits of the labor coming together. You know, a true club, cradle to grave, a lot of accomplishments on the youth side, teams in the regionals winning games. You know, our teams are just coming back from great performances out in the academy playoffs and the ECNL playoffs, the girls academy. Women, huge win on the road today. PDL, first place in our conference. So exciting times, but we're just scratching the surface. There's so much more that we can do, and it's going to take all of us pulling together and continuing to grow the game.
Kurt, before we look at the latest highlights from USL Productions, they do such a great job. Your thoughts on being back in the USL?
Well, it's fantastic. I mean, first and foremost, we just talked about it. At Richmond, home to Charleston, you know, Charlotte regularly. We wanted more of that. These are great teams that are, you know, Charlotte has had pro soccer for 20-plus years now. Richmond's one of the best USL franchises of all time. Charleston as well. There's no need for us to be traveling 13 hours to play our games. Occasionally, sure, we want to play the best of the best throughout North America, but the focus of our men's team should be playing, you know, these regional rivalries, and that's what USL is all about.
Perfect setup as always. He mentioned the best of the best. Let's take a look at the best of the best from last week in the USL.
Now Silva! Oh my goodness! What a goal! Mateo Silva! Amadou Diop. Jason Johnson! You've got to be kidding me! An otherworldly goal from JJ!
2-2 at home. Here the young season, and a golazo from Manu Ledesma.
Bourgeois got ahead to it. They score! Surely that's the winner! It's Ropapa Mensah!
For Cheney and Johnson! Jamal Johnson does it again! And a goal!
And an equalizer!
Big save by John McCarthy.
Buffon punched away Ranjitsing. Sparrow again!
Wow. What a save.
Connor Sparrow shot from distance, and Cochran with that brilliant effort. My goodness!
It's Jones, saved by Tambakis.
Hernandez can take it, big save, Dykstra. Near post, Barino, another huge save. On the assets, great save, Restrepo.
Lomas got ahead to it, and Matt Pickens makes the save.
Available, looking for Lomas. Oh! North Carolina FC.
On to the right, Smith. Into the box. Headed past McCarthy, and there it is.
Steps, strikes, and scores. Benjabar headed, goal! Penesi!
This one will drop to Miller. Miller tie! Welcome back to the Stevie Kona Ice Time here, Wake Met Soccer Park, North Carolina FC 1, Louisville City FC 1. Alongside Jason Gary, I'm Dean Linke. Pretty pleased I made those highlights right there as we take a look at the scores from around the league here. Let's take a look.
Deadlocked. Charleston and Pittsburgh there, 0-0 at the half, and then two teams close here to North Carolina, Richmond and Charlotte, deadlocked at the half. Rivalries developing with those two teams.
Yeah, you know it. Can't wait for Charleston to come into town. Kirk Johnson talking quite a bit about that. These are three of the natural rivals of North Carolina FC, Charleston, Richmond, and Charlotte. So take a look at the updated standings from the USL Eastern Conference. Top 8 make it. 21 points is where the cut line is. And we'll flip to the other page. That's where we find North Carolina FC. And they're sitting on 14 points. They've got some wood to chop.
Yeah, they just got to get those 3 points. They've got to start moving up in the standings. Not enough 3-point victories. Got to take care of business at home. Great opportunity here tonight. Playing, the second place team in the standings, Louisville. Got to find a way somehow to get those 3 points. Start moving up in the standings, build a little bit of confidence, and go from there.
They got to find a way. We got to find a fan for the fans. And beware, Brian Ware steaming up here as well. It's halftime. Tied at 1. Stay with us, everybody.
Disaster can strike at any moment. But fortunately, Strategic Systems has got your back. If your data has been compromised, disaster recovery services from Strategic Systems will have you up and running in no time. Your data is critical. Protect it.
In soccer, every second is monumental. Every moment of the 90 minutes is backed up by months of training, hours of perfecting passes, weeks of tuning your touch. You put in the time searching for your next advantage. We provide the gear that helps you earn it.
My name is Clint Dempsey, and I play for Seattle Sounders. If you played on a club team, it gave you an opportunity to get a scholarship in soccer. So going to Dallas, so we lived in Nacogdoches. I went for my first tryout, not really thinking I was going to make it, and ended up making the team. And then it was the reality set in. My parents were like, how are we going to afford this? How are we going to be able to drive 3 hours one way and 3 hours back? I was just lucky that I had parents who were crazy enough to drive me that far to get that coaching. See more at celebratingsoccer.com.
Disaster can strike at any moment. But fortunately, Strategic Systems has got your back. If your data has been compromised, disaster recovery services from Strategic Systems will have you up and running in no time. Your data is critical. Protect it.
Welcome back here to Salem Stadium, Wake Met Soccer Park in Cary as we get set for the start of the second half. Let's take a look here at our first half highlights. That means Jason Gary, time to go to work.
Absolutely, Kyle Becker. He's the guy that's been making things happen for North Carolina FC. See him involved early here with the input, putting that ball into the center forwards, but then look at this, gets his head up, finds His center forward, Daniel Rios, smashes a header past the Louisville keeper. Great start here for North Carolina FC. They look great for the first 15 or 20 minutes of this first half.
Kyle Becker, he could have had a cup of coffee, maybe a biscuit or two. Rios delivering. How about Rios from Mexico? Mexico's doing great in the World Cup. It's his time.
And then here comes Louisville, though. They really put together a great last 10 minutes of the first half. I thought this should have been a goal. As a deflection here. Still not sure. The assistant referee calls it offside. I think this comes off of Michael Harrington and goes past the goalkeeper, which wouldn't put the Louisville player in an offside position. Disallowed, though, but then right after that, Louisville comes back. Big-time header from Paco Craig, the center back. Rises up, just out-muscles his defender, puts it into the far post, and Louisville tied it up. A couple good chances again, though, for Louisville. Tambakis made 3 or 4 really good saves, you know, in the last few minutes before halftime. Here's another one. Going down to his right to keep that ball out of the back of the net. But Louisville City were feeling it coming into halftime.
Yeah, they pretty much dominated the last 15 minutes as you take a look at the first half stats. North Carolina FC actually with one more shot, but perhaps the most telling story so far, Colin Clark was out on the field, and you think it was a pretty quick message at halftime.
Yep, having played for Coach Colin Clark, when he's out here with 6 or 7 minutes to go before halftime is over, I think he had a few choice words with his players about the last 10 minutes or so of that first half.
Got his point across and
I'm out of here.
Field. I'm out of here, indeed.
Just figure it out.
So it's still Taylor, Tobin, Harrington, Guillen across the back. Becker in the middle of the park with Smith. Deleuze on the left, Miller on the right. It's Lomas and Rios, the goal scorer, up top. Same starting lineup, same 11. Despite whatever Colin Clark said to him, the same 11 are back out there.
Yeah, I just think it was a contrast between the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes of the first half, and then the second 20 or 25 minutes. North Carolina FC really dominated the first part there, and then Louisville just got into the game and dominated the second part of that first half.
So Rios talked to the referee. Pretty close to, oh, he's going to get it. So there you go. So Jason Gary, how well do you know the USL? You can test your knowledge in USLsoccer.com's weekly picks competition every Tuesday, and you can win tickets to an upcoming USL game of your choice. Couple minutes in.
Yellow card in the 47th minute of play to number 14,
yellow card given to Rios. And the first extended delay of this entire game that has been flying along. And Jason, all of a sudden now finally the sun going down, and it is actually starting to cool down just a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good sign. It's hot up here.
Yeah.
And the players are feeling it, though. Some shade coming on this field.
Yeah, this will be better for everybody involved.
I'll tell you what, though, if you're a soccer fan here in the Triangle, you can watch World Cup all day long, come out and see some soccer at night. Get out here to Wake Med.
Yeah, it's a pretty big day of soccer. You watch the World Cup games, you watch the North Carolina Courage absolutely demoralize Seattle in Seattle 4-1. How about that response after Coach Harvey and Utah kind of went in a bunker and stole one? Paul Riley's team went on the road and said, steal this, 4-1 in Seattle.
Yeah, it was excellent from the Courage. Go through a little adversity there.
Finally lost a game. There were 9 wins, 3 draws coming into that loss in extra time against the Utah Royals FC, but they bounced right back with that win. Here it's 1-1, 48 minutes, Ownby. Little T. Shipalani, what do you go, 5 step overs there?
Ownby, though, he's been active the first half. He's getting on the ball, trying to make things happen.
Speedy Williams, Taylor's there. I mentioned T. Shipalani, Panziora, Fortune, Steele, Blanco, Shipalani, and Iwolo on the bench.
Yeah, we'll see how this thing develops. Colin Clark likes to make substitutions kind of around that 60-minute mark, 65 minutes. I would expect to see how center forwards do. I would expect to see Iwolo and potentially T. Shipalani come in here.
Miller time, over to Taylor. Now Smith. Lomas has his pocket picked. It'll roll out of bounds to lose. Marios Lomas. Not on the same page there.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but it's just Marios Lomas, his strengths are inside the 18-yard box, getting on the end of crosses, not playmaking there from the outside. Got to figure out a way to get Kyle Becker a little bit further up the field. We saw the goal in the first half. Let him do the creating there. Get in the box.
Mention the heat that the players are facing. Want to thank our crew who has been out here early and in the heat. Kyle Lang, Savannah, Rosanna, Dana Revel, Colin Thrash, Ian Lang, Tim Arms, Brian Ware, Curtis Adams, Matt McCullough, Austin Edwards, Mark Wright. Good job by each and every one of those fine people. Whistle. Good opportunity here. There's DeLuz earning the whistle.
You see Austin DeLuz there having a conversation with the referee.
During this break, we can tell you that if you want to keep up with the best social media from around the USL, join Kelsey Steele every Friday on the USL social media channels for the latest edition of Off the Post. Miller trying to crash down on it. And Becker will head it out. Now Harrington. I told you his youth coach, Russell Warren, is here. So Pitt County, right? That's where ECU is, Greenville. Pretty good football, a lot of baseball. They've not had a ton of soccer superstars come out of that area, and Harrington is definitely one of those. They're so proud of him.
Yeah, absolutely. It's tough coming from those small towns, and Harrington and everyone that tried to help him succeed, and he worked his butt off, and he's had a great MLS career, and back home now in North Carolina, playing for really the hometown team, North Carolina FC.
Miller, pretty good ball. Batted away just in time by Rand Jitsing. DeLuz with his right foot. Miller will run out of real estate to go out of bounds and back to Louisville City.
Yeah, better though from North Carolina FC, maintaining some possession, getting into dangerous areas there. That cross from Austin DeLuz a little too long, but a good start here to the second half for North Carolina FC.
Once again, North Carolina FC would like to thank Continental Tire as well as the official hotel partner of the North Carolina Football Club, Summit Hospitality. 52nd minute. McCabe. Kyle Becker comes over in support. Played quickly here by Louisville City FC. And it looks like James O'Connor is going to make the first change of the game. Tied at 1, 53rd minute. Got to like what he's seen since falling down 1-0. They've been good. Tim Bacchus has this delivery from Omby. Taylor. Just joining us, an early goal from Daniel Rios. If you missed those halftime highlights, great service from Becker, finding the head of Rios, 1-0. Things going well for North Carolina FC, but Louisville City FC came back with what we think was two goals. They took one away. We thought it went off of the aforementioned Pitt County native Harrington, but there was a player offside right behind Harrington, so the flag stayed up and the referee sent it back, but Louisville City was able to get it back moments later off a corner kick.
Yeah, they put tremendous pressure on North Carolina FC there. That's 5 or 10 minutes of that first half.
Sean Francis, another one of those Jamaicans getting ready to come on.
Frano, some time with him in Houston.
Yeah.
MLS, he had several stints in MLS, Montreal Impact. That left foot, got a great left foot. We'll see who he comes in for. Can play left back or up on the left side of midfield.
Did you get to see him before the game or not? No.
Did not.
Yeah.
Nickname Frano. Good play, too.
Good guy.
Great guy.
Omby. One thing I love about you, Jason Gary, is I don't get the feeling that even though you see these guys that you played against, that you're disappointed that you're not doing it anymore. Is that fair to say?
It's totally fair. Had a great run. Can't run anymore, so that would not be good to have me on the field in any team. Sean Francis, called him Frano, great guy. I'm sure some of his family back there in Jamaica is watching tonight. You see him get on the pitch.
Oscar Jimenez sent back here to Devin Speedy Williams, like Frano, a fellow Jamaican.
I've been impressed with him, though, playing in the center midfield, getting on the ball, sticking in New York. I'm feeling he's developing, still a young player, but getting a lot of touches on the ball, trying to be influential there in the middle of the park.
Deleuze not able to stay with Toch. Smith. Williams quickly to Jimenez.
Trouble.
Yeah, Omby's got time to set up. Omby off the crossbar. Tambakis had given up the crossbar, the 12th man for North Carolina FC, and a good one at that.
Yeah, you can just see it developing there, Dean. Ryan Omby, great strike with the right foot. Unlucky, really, to see it go off the crossbar, but watch this. Sets it up really well and just powered Tambakis. No chance. That's on target. It's in the back of the net. Louisville, you just get the feeling, though, that they're an experienced team. You know, winning the league last year. They're comfortable in this situation, being tied 1-1. Kind of waiting for that opportunity.
Becker. Miller. Harrington. Guillen. Deleuze. Deleuze. Rios! Oh my, so close. Rios thought it was deflected. They'll say goal kick.
Man, I thought that was in the back of the net. Great play here from Rios. Good ball in again from Deleuze. And Rios rises up with that header, just finds the outside of the post. Really unlucky for North Carolina FC not to find the back of the net.
Louisville City substitution. 57th minute of play coming out of the game, number 10, Brian Omby. Coming in, number
so Omby's going to come out.
Francis.
Pretty good performance, and it will be Francis. So Sean Francis spent some time not only with Houston, but with the Montreal Impact. So here he comes, Francis, number 21. Pretty good player coming out there.
Yeah, he sure is. And he's got the ability to play any part of the field here with his left foot. Played a lot of left back in MLS, but looks like right now he's sliding into a left-sided forward role. Omby coming out, which I thought Brian Omby had a great game for Louisville. A little bit surprised, actually, to see him coming out of the game. Just hit the crossbar a few minutes ago.
Smith over to Taylor. Taylor. And now Francis, a.k.a. Frano. Francis. A bad first cross there for Francis. Del Piccolo will leave it. But Del Piccolo keeps the game simple too, doesn't he?
He does. Got to make one caveat. I'm not sure if Sean Francis likes the nickname Frano, but that's what we call him.
All right, there you go. We'll call him Francis from here on out.
Apologize to his family if they don't like that.
59th minute. Few step overs, far side. Still loose. This is trouble, folks. Still trouble. Goal. You saw it coming. You knew it was coming. And why not another one here? We thought he had one earlier. This time it'll count. Illich with the goal.
Yeah, just you could see it building, though, from Louisville. North Carolina FC not getting to the ball quickly enough, and Illich, ball kind of bounces around the box, but he does a great job here with some composure. So Kyle Smith making things happen on the right-hand side. That shot is deflected, but look at the composure from Illich. Not to panic, just moves around the box and finds the far post. Really difficult for Tambakis. Nothing he can really do there. Connor Tobin.
Come on, let's go!
Not able to handle it.
So Illich, it was Illich, right, who we thought had that first goal that they said no, there was a player offside. Don't believe they saw the deflection off from Harrington.
Yeah,
but he'll get one here.
He's a finisher, right? I mean, he's in the box. He never panicked. He didn't just rip off a shot, right? As soon as he got the ball, he kept his composure, got around Tobin, found the far post, and really gave Tambakis no chance.
Harrington makes a rare run to lose, far side, looking for Miller. Miller off his head. Did they see that it went off his head? They did. Boy, I tell you what, the referee, the assistant referees, they're on it, aren't they?
Yeah, they've been on it. And it feels like, you get the feeling, though, that North Carolina FC need a change. They need something to pick up the tempo. Is that a T. Shipalani? Is that Donovan Iwolo? They need something, though, to change the narrative right now, because Louisville, I think, are very comfortable playing on the road now, found their second goal, and they're playing with some confidence.
North Carolina FC was looking to pounce, but taken right back here. And all of a sudden, a little bit of a sluggish team in the dark blue. That's your home team, North Carolina FC. Louisville outmatched on numbers, but they're still able to get a ball served in. One bounce through the 18. Taylor's going to let it roll out of bounds. Able to handle Francis. Fair play from Francis. It'll be, I guess, a goal kick for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, it's just I feel like there's a lack of spark right now, Dean, for North Carolina FC. Everything's just, it's kind of going through the motions right now. There's no one lighting a fire on anybody. See if they can get into their center forwards and hold the ball. Lomas and Rios have really been non-existent in the second half, except for that one opportunity for Rios. Becker hasn't been on the ball, so Coach Colin Clark is trying to figure out what's going on right now, just with the tempo of the game, the feeling here. You kind of feel it in the stadium. Nothing's really happening for the home team.
62nd minute. Jimenez. Francis will drop it. Del Piccolo. I don't think he takes more than one touch per time, right?
You're right, but he keeps it simple and he destroys things in the middle of the field, distributes, knows what his strengths are. Great captain, Louisville City team. Good ball.
Jimenez.
Oh,
Tambakis' leg stayed down as Illich was onside.
Yeah, I thought initially it was a handball by Jimenez, but he was mistaken. But just that ball a little bit too hard for Illich. Really just gashing the North Carolina FC center of the field here. Just kind of doing whatever they want to do right now, Louisville City.
Deleuze, Rios, great sliding tackle, knocked out of bounds off of Deleuze. Body language right now not the best for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're picking it up from up here in the box. There's no real energy for North Carolina FC right now. Louisville just looks composed and content to kind of continue on in this game. Need a spark here, the home team.
Looks like maybe Canziora and Shipalani, is that right?
Yeah, if that's what they're going to go with, I like it.
So let's see, Wolo.
I would agree with the double changer. There's something about the energy here for North Carolina FC. Kyle Becker, he needs to get on the ball more. They need to find him. He's got to find a way to get on it. Here we go. Got to make something happen.
Miller.
He's trying to make something happen.
He's like Kyrie Irving, like his handle, right? Steph Curry. I mean, that's how he's playing right now, which is not easy to do on the soccer field. Miller just a step late there. Brought in by Greg Ranjitsingh. Ranjitsingh played for Mercer University. You got Mercer, Bowling Green, Young Harris College, Notre Dame, Young Harris College again. I mean, not big schools.
We're doing some scouting.
Yeah.
Louisville team in the front office. Coach O'Connor just doing some scouting. Love it.
Right side, Taylor. Miller. Too far for DeLuz and knocked out of bounds. Throw in. Ian, is he going to take his time, see if they can get the subs in here? Smith and DeLuz. Fair play, tap. Tobin. Smith's going to come all the way back to Tambaka's 66th minute.
They've sent Iwolo and Kanziora back down to continue warming up. Colin Clark is sticking with this lineup.
Miller. Miller has it for a moment. Now Taylor. Now over to Becker. Becker will run forward. Becker. Rios. Corner kick, North Carolina FC.
Yeah, a little bit better there. Finding Kyle Becker, trying to make something happen. North Carolina FC, they've got to raise the tempo here. Being down a goal at home, being down in the standings, they've got to figure out a way to raise the level here. Good opportunity here on the corner kick.
So it's another Carolina Keno corner kick brought to you by the North Carolina Education Lottery. Becker will send it in. As it goes out of bounds, we can tell you that Carolina Keno gives you the chance to win up to $100,000 every 5 minutes. Look for Keno in select locations you enjoy spending time, like restaurants, pubs, and convenience stores. Visit nclottery.com to find out where you can play Carolina Keno. '67th minute. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. We saw Kanziora and Iwolo, and where'd they go?
Yeah, they're back down warming up on the sideline here. I've been impressed with Speedy Williams there in the midfield.
Yeah, he's been great. This is trouble here. Push far side. Can they send it back across? They can.
Oh, McCabe there. Now McCabe, I thought he continued his run. He could have had an opportunity inside the box.
Taylor can't run it down, and that's not going to help the body language.
Yeah, there. I think you're right. And there's something about the body language right now from North Carolina FC. Just missing a little something. Haven't seen Lomas. That's the first time we've called his name here in the second half. We're 20 or so minutes in. I'd imagine he'd be the guy subbed out. It looks like Iwolo might be coming on, but I would imagine Maurice Lomas, his night's done. But Louisville, though, pretty composed performance, going down early, giving up that goal and then fighting back, having one disallowed, but finding a way to make it happen here on the road.
So a minute 69, 2-1. Louisville City FC coming from behind. Early goal from Rios for North Carolina FC. Answered, though. It's 2-1. Louisville on top. Reminding you that you can watch highlights from every game of the 2018 USL season and bonus content from around the league by subscribing to the league's official YouTube channel at youtube.com/USL. Alongside Jason Gary. Early November, he'll be inducted to the University of Maryland Hall of Fame. That's the University of Maryland all sports, my friends. It's not just a soccer thing. That's everything. That's big time. Congrats, my man.
Pretty excited.
Indeed. You know it. Couple subs. Iwolo now is going to come on. As always, Jason Gary picking out the subs before Colin Clark does. Lomas going out.
Yeah, I just think Lomas had a pretty solid first half. He got really the second assist on that goal from Rios, but I like this move, though. Bringing in Iwolo, someone with a little bit more speed. Lomas, just without possession from North Carolina FC, is not as effective as when they're keeping possession, getting crossed into the box.
Cameron Lancaster, number 9 from England. Of course, James O'Connor with ties over there. It'll be Lancaster. He'll come on when he gets a chance. Looks like he's already got the armband on, too.
This is Illich, maybe.
Louisville City FC substitution in the 71st minute of play.
Maybe not bad.
We got the game number 14.
Yeah, looks like Illich, the goal scorer. The all-important second goal here, and one disallowed as well. Good performance there from the center forward. Illich did his job. Composure in the box, made it happen. I think Coach O'Connor will be very pleased with his performance. Opportunity, though, for Lancaster coming on, wearing the number 9 there. Sets up well here for a forward coming in. Your team's up. Other team, North Carolina FC, should be pressing to get the equalizer. Should be some opportunities for him.
71st minute, 2-1. Louisville on top of North Carolina FC. Offside. See if a yellow will come out here. State talking to.
We talked about it, though. I mean, if Lancaster just holds his run there for 1/2 a second, he's in. A little eager there, coming on the pitch here in the second half, trying to find a goal.
Guillen, pretty good run, taken down.
It's got to be a card for sure.
Yeah, yellow card. What a run there by Aaron Guillen.
Yeah, I love it. Somebody finally showing some energy for North Carolina FC. Aaron Guillen trying to make things happen.
So now a chance to get some water. '72nd minute.
Fans, it's time for another Alpaca free kick.
Take a look here at the replay, Jason Gary, as Guillen comes forward.
Yeah, it's a good run. It's a positive run from Aaron Guillen. Certainly a foul. Just trying to kill the play there for Louisville City. Good opportunity to get a ball in the box.
Good job by the referee to bring out the yellow card immediately. Once again, the man in the middle, Rosendo Mendoza. Kyle Becker's over it. Looking for the equalizer here in the 73rd minute. Iwolo, number 7, brings some height at that center forward spot. Connor Tobin, Miller could be a target. Instead, they keep it down, plan play. Rios deflected and sent out of there. T. Shipolani now looking to come on for North Carolina FC next opportunity.
Yeah, I like it. I think T. Shipolani, though, has got to just go at this Louisville City back line. Who cares if you lose the ball? Just continue to go at those defenders. Try to make something happen.
T. Shipolani wearing 22 because Wilito Fernandez wears the number 11 jersey. Fernandez, along with Pivo Due, both out with injuries. And here's Shipolani. He's going to come on for Smith. So straight offense for defense, 100%.
Yeah, completely. T. Shipolani going to play here on the right-hand side. So Austin Deleuze might slide into the middle of the park, and then Stephen Miller flipping to the left side of the field, but for T. Cipollone wanting to be aggressive. Just go at the defenders.
Cipollone and Francis exchanging a couple smiles. They must know each other.
They know each other. South Africa and Jamaica, they've played against each other many times. I think Francis is just happy he's not playing left back against T. Cipollone. He's going to stay up the field.
Great point. Well, 15 minutes and change, and the question now, Jason Gary, as a center forward, do you see a goal in the blue jerseys?
Yes. I feel it. It's going to happen, Dean.
Miller.
Oh, it would have been great if it happened there. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, how about that with Miller with his left foot sent in?
I think there's something left in this game. I definitely think there's a goal left in this game.
Taylor, under pressure, will lose it. Pretty good ball, chest. So Jason Gary, here are my impressions of it. Early on, this 11 that has been the first choice 11 for Colin Clark, I thought they looked like the right first 11. And they looked like a team that was not intimidated by a team that won the USL last year. But then after that, I think Louisville City FC looked like a team that won the USL last year.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the first 30 minutes of this game, North Carolina FC looked confident. They were creating chances, got their goal. But then something switched there. The last 10 or 15 minutes, Louisville City created 4 or 5 really good chances, scored one that was disallowed, got the equalizer, and then in the second half, they looked like a confident team, a mature team, getting that second goal, and now defending very well.
Iwolo, let's see what they can do here. Deleuze, as we call him, Benjamin Button now, and not there. Fountain of youth, perhaps didn't drink enough from the fountain of youth, Ponce de Leon style for number 6.
Yeah, for Louisville, though, just some really good performances all across the field, but I've been especially impressed with Speedy Williams, number 80, playing in the middle of the park. He's been excellent for me, the Jamaican. He's connected passes, he's made tackles, he's been confident on the ball. I think he's got a big upside as a young player here playing for Louisville.
Yeah, he's been very good. Well said, as always. Harrington told me before the game his mom was here in attendance. It was good to play in front of mom. Your parents still down in Cajun country?
Oh, yeah. Can't get them to leave.
Cipollone. There's Jason Gary from Louisiana. Cipollone from South Africa. Rios from Mexico. Deleuze over to Becker from Canada. Guillen. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they do have one here. This is looking good right now for North Carolina FC. Trying to find that final probing pass. That's not it. Cipollone's there, but it went out of bounds, curled back in, and that wasn't it.
Yeah, it's really been that final ball into the box. We saw that excellent example in the first half. See if they can find something in the last 15 minutes or so.
Minute 78. Tobin gets it first. Now Cipollone. Cipollone! Just one final pass to make to Miller. Just a bit outside. Tobin gets a piece of it. Over to Guillen. Becker.
It's a heck of a ball from Becker.
Yeah, what do you think of Miller being over on the left side right now? Here he goes. This is why. Miller with his right foot near post. So there you go. That's why, to cut inside.
Yeah, cut inside, though. Stephen Miller just, the ball got a little bit too far out in front of him. He's trying to shape it to the far post, but couldn't get the power that he needed on it. And Jitsing in the goal, no problem. Good positioning from the goalkeeper. See it here. Stephen Miller does a great job cutting inside. He's searching for that ball. He's got to take one more step, I think, where he can try to shape it to the far post and get some air underneath it.
Rios. So Deleuze now directing traffic center of the park since Graham Smith has left the game. I like that move.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Colin Clark, he's going for it. He's got to. Aaron Guillen's pushed up the field. Good step there from Harrington.
Knocked out of bounds. Quick throw in from Miller. Harrington been very active, looking for Iwolo, sent out of there. Deleuze. Shipolani, player down. Rios thought it was a penalty. He's up screaming at the referee.
I think he's gone down too easily, Dean. I think if he stayed strong there, that was a great ball in from Shipolani, an early ball into a dangerous area. You're just not going to get that call.
Meanwhile, James O'Connor has given Pat McMahon the go-ahead to work his way to the fourth officials table, Jason Gary, and check into the game.
Yep. Using that third sub. Coach O'Connor, I think he's had a great game plan coming into this thing.
Couple give and goes. Tim Bacchus gets down, no problem. But now the clock becomes the enemy. We're in minute 81.
Yeah, it sure does. North Carolina FC, though, plenty of time. Just got to stay composed here. Try to build this ball out of the back. See Louisville, they're sitting back a little bit here. They got to show some urgency for North Carolina FC. Got to show a willingness to go forward, take some chances. See, Shipolani's been good since he's come onto the field.
There's Shipolani. He'll square it to Deleuze. Deleuze has some real estate in front of him. They're dropping off of him. They'll give a ball behind Harrington. Harrington will run it down. Deleuze comes back to try to help.
Going to move more quickly here for North Carolina FC.
Well, you're right, too, about Devin Speedy Williams, as he's now keeping an eye on Deleuze. He's just in the right spot.
Yeah, he's just been, he's the guy that sticks out for me tonight for Louisville.
And I think Del Piccolo is one of the reasons why he has the ability to stick out.
I agree. I think Del Piccolo is holding down the fort there in the middle and allowing Devin Speedy Williams to go and take some of those chances to get involved. But honestly, if I'm an MLS team watching this game or a scout watching this game, he's the guy that I pick out. Says he's got some upside.
I agree. All right, so here we go. Pat McMahon. He's from Illinois. Spent last year with FC Cincinnati. I know we're not supposed to mention it anymore. I've enjoyed watching the World Cup, but I still can't quite get over the fact that there's no red, white, and blue in it.
I know it.
I mean, the real red, white, and blue.
I know it.
83rd minute of play coming out of the game, number 4.
I just have to go with a no comment on that, Dean. We're just going to have to move
on. 83rd minute as McMahon has come on. So it looks like Dre Fortune might be the final change here for Colin Clark and North Carolina FC. Let's see what the youngster Fortune can bring. I wonder about his confidence. Shipolani trying to keep it alive. So is Iwolo. Becker will send it back out. Deleuze sent in, deflected, corner kick, North Carolina FC.
Yeah, a little bit better. I like it from Austin Deleuze. 2 crosses in a row. Just get the ball in there, put some pressure on Louisville and those center backs to try to clear it.
Find out more at nclottery.com.
Rios in there, get Connor Tobin, get some big guys here on the corner kick. Put some pressure on them.
Ball is loose for a moment. Nice job there by Louisville City FC and their goalkeeper.
Yeah, Ranjit, good play from him. He's been aggressive off his line. You like that from a goalkeeper, been confident. Sometimes you see a goalkeeper sit back and see what it develops. He came out and grabbed that ball and got his own rebound. Pretty good side volley here as well.
Yeah, not bad. Trying to find Francis. One, though, by Taylor. Now Deleuze.
Just got to be quicker from North Carolina. See, they got to move the ball more quickly. Louisville's doing a great job really bunkering in here, playing more of a 5-4-1 formation. Clogging up the middle of the park.
Taylor. Now Tobin. More exciting news coming out of USL on June 28th when they'll announce another club in the Northeast for D2. That's June 28th. Get ready for that. And that'll mark the 6th expansion announced for 2019. As Becker's on it, joining Austin, Birmingham, Memphis, Albuquerque, and El Paso.
Exciting spots, right?
I agree. Last weekend, the league also announced an attendance milestone. We'll tell you about that in a moment. Shipolani, there we go. The step overs the cross. Not there, though.
Yeah, he's trying to make something happen. I love it. Hit it. Deleuze with that left foot was going to try something there.
140,000 fans in week 14. 140,000. That's pretty good. Tobin over to Shipolani. Shipolani, no step overs. Pretty good ball, though. Loose. Iwolo can't get out of trouble, and then picked up by Ranjit Singh.
I like the fact, too, USL getting down near my old stomping grounds in the deep south with a Birmingham team. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that'll be
Not
great.
a whole lot of soccer in the deep south. I love it. Outpost down there.
There you go. That could cause Jason Gary to return. Meanwhile, 3 USL clubs, including this one, still left in the round of 16 of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Louisville will face Nashville. That means a USL team is guaranteed, Jason, to make the quarterfinals. Sacramento is also still alive. They'll face Bob Bradley and LAFC.
Yeah, 3 of the teams, though, doing it right in the USL.
And then don't forget that the National Game of the Week will air 6 times on ESPN News this summer, starting June 26th when Nashville hosts Indy 11. Shipolani, Shipolani. Shipolani staying with it. Shipolani back across, yes! And how about North Carolina FC? Shipolani to Rios.
There he is, Daniel Rios. He got the goal. A great finish, but this is all T. Shipolani for me. He's come in and completely changed this game for North Carolina FC. Gets around 2 defenders here. Is just making something happen. Great ball into the box. I think that comes off of Rios' knee. Doesn't matter. Being a center forward, puts that in the back of the net. Look at Shipolani, though. Every time he's gotten the ball in the second half, he's gone at his defender and made something happen. And that's off Daniel Rios' knee. He will take it and say, I meant to play it off my knee. Fantastic for North Carolina FC.
Oak City supporters love it. The brace for Rios, goal number 7 and 8 on the season for the player on loan from Chivas Guadalajara. And how about North Carolina FC? We're not done here.
We are not. This is all game on now.
And now it's going to be Marcel Canziora instead of Dre Fortune coming on for North Carolina FC.
I think slightly more defensive, I think, from Coach Colin Clark. The contrast of the 2 players, Dre Fortune playing more an attacking role, Canziora more of a holding midfielder. We'll see, though. There may be another goal in this game, but I just love what T. Shipolani has brought. Is the referee over there cleaning up some trash?
Yeah. Look at the sign for Rios. Fans having a good time.
Put your heads together for
it is hot and muggy. It's one of those sticky nights, but go ahead and have a good time. Love to see him out there.
Love it. But Rios, though, all credit to T. Shipolani, but Rios had to finish it. He was in the right spot, and he is feeling it now, scoring goals. When I talked to Coach Colin Clark before the season, the key was like, we need a guy that can score 10, 15, 20 goals for us, and I think they've got that guy in Rios.
So here we go, 89th minute. North Carolina FC. We were wondering about their body language, weren't sure, and now I'm thinking maybe just a matter of the heat that we've been talking about,
yeah,
right?
Like, a little bit.
Yeah.
But really, it's the substitute. Cipollone is just he's brought the energy, he's brought the willingness to go at a defender and take the risk of losing the ball. He created that goal for me, and credit to Rios though for being in the right place at the right time and finishing it.
Miller now playing at right back. There's Becker over to Cipollone. Now Canziora. Canziora's been looking to switch the point of attack since coming on, 90th minute. Becker. Tell you what, they may have the winner. Iwolo deflected, oh, so close. Corner kick, North Carolina FC.
I love it, Donovan Iwolo, another substitute, trying to make something happen. Great turn from him. A little bit of a deflection. Sets up a dramatic corner kick here with everything tied at 2.
4 minutes of added time. Becker, right foot. T. Cipollone. Well, he was pushed inside the 18. He'll square it back. Players down. I think it's Tobin. Still loose. Becker just goes ahead and hammers it.
Yeah, something happened there with Tobin. He was just laid out on the ground. Not sure, he might have caught an arm or an elbow or something there, but Cipollone again making things happen. Just a scrum there in the box. Collision there between Tobin and a Louisville defender. In the end, Cipollone is able to get another dangerous ball in the box.
That looked like a foul to me.
Yeah, it sure did.
Canziora.
Stuff. See if they can build another attack here.
Overlapping run coming from Guillen. Deleuze as Canziora showing. They like to go through Canziora with Becker out there as well. Nice sub here for Colin Clark. There Guillen. Canziora. Rios. Canziora kept alive, little reckless. The second ball is big right now. Let's see what Miller can do. He'll win it. Canziora's got time. He'll get it to Becker. Not a bad player to get it to, Becker.
He can crush it. He can strike it, Dean.
Yeah, that was, tell you what, that was low enough, right?
It was.
Ooh, and then Canziora's going to get a yellow.
It's a good card, though, to be honest, Dean. Marcel Canziora coming onto the pitch here as a sub. I think that's a great foul. It was a 3-on-3.
Part of the game.
That's right. Well, it's probably not legal, but Colin Clark would probably pay his fine for the yellow card, right?
In added time, yellow card, North Carolina FC, number 18, Marcel Canziora.
93rd minute.
The old professional foul.
Louisville City FC's got the right idea, just taking their time here, seeing if they can punch one in late. This is dangerous. Iwolo kind of mishit it.
Cleared it out. Both teams just seeing if they can create one more chance here.
Jimenez with the throw in. Looks like, Jason, we got about 1 minute and 10 seconds left here to see if we can find a winner. We're tied at 2. Could be both teams take 1 point. North Carolina FC, you're disappointed for a second, but then you're happy knowing that you lost your lead, you came back and at least got one of them. FC Cincinnati, kind of the same thing. Happy to get one, but probably felt like you could have stolen 3.
Yeah, to me, I think, see what happens here in the last minute, but 2-2 tie would be a fair result.
See, I'm talking about Louisville City. I may have said FC Cincinnati. Both those teams at the top of the table.
I think a tie is a fair result here tonight. Both teams had great stretches of play.
Harrington. Canziora was making a run down the spine. I think North Carolina FC, they're going to go for it here, folks. 15 seconds or so left. A few step overs far side from Iwolo. He'll drop it back. DeLuz is calling for it. Austin DeLuz now to Shipolani. Combo play. Canziora! Deflected out of there by McMahon, and that might do it.
Yeah, it's a big block for McMahon. It looked like that thing was going on target.
DeLuz will, and that will be it, I do believe. The referee with the whistle, and your final score, North Carolina FC 2, Louisville City FC 2.
Yeah, I think a fair result in the end, Dean, for both these teams. North Carolina, they showed some character in fighting back after being down 2-1 and not really looking like they were in the game. But they found that goal via T. Shipolani and Daniel Rios, and I think a fair result in the end. Good performance on the road here from Louisville as well.
Kyle Becker served one on a platter to get things started for North Carolina FC. A great ball to Daniel Rios.
Yeah, it sure was. And Graham Smith, pretty decent performance from him, but Daniel Rios with 2 goals for North Carolina FC. He continues to put the ball in the back of the net. Del Piccolo there held down the middle of midfield for Louisville. Good all-around game for both teams.
Connor Tobin was banged up. Here's that first goal.
Yeah, this was excellent. Kyle Becker really started the play, and then combination play between the 2 center forwards. Marios Lomas playing it back to Becker, gets his head up and picks out Daniel Rios. Great run from the center forward, great finish with the header as well. Another look at it here from Becker into Rios. Powerful header past Ranjit Singh in the Louisville City goal. See it here. That goal for Louisville came when they were really pressing at the end of the second half. Paco Craig rising up, putting it in the back of the net. And then Louisville started out here in the second half, making things happen. Composed play here from Illich, the center forward, finding the back of the net, far post. And really Louisville City had the momentum, really controlling the game until this guy, T. Shipolani, comes onto the field and just makes things happen. 2 defenders, no chance, finds Rios in the back post, and he tucks it away.
How about North Carolina FC, and how about the human highlight reel tying it at 2. I want to thank Jorge Acuna from Russia, Kyle Lang, Savannah Revel, Colin Thrash, Ian Lang, Tim Arms, Brian Ware, Curtis Adams, Matt McCullough, Austin Edwards, Mark Wright, my Hall of Famer Jason Gary. I'm Dean Linke. Your final score in Hot Cary, North Carolina. North Carolina FC 2, Louisville City FC 2. Thanks for watching.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.
right.
So it was a little bit of how about North Carolina FC early, thanks to Daniel Rios, and a little bit more of Daniel Rios later to get the tie. Your final score, North Carolina FC 2, Louisville City FC 2, as we welcome you to the Continental Tire post-game recap. Hello, everybody. Dean Linke along with future University of Maryland Hall of Famer Jason Gary. Great start. Rios got one, and then Louisville took over. So really, North Carolina FC perhaps happy to get a point out of this one.
Yeah, I think in the end, Coach Colin Clark will be satisfied with a point. But really, this is a tale of just some momentum switching back and forth. North Carolina FC had an excellent start to the game, and then Louisville City really took over. But in the end, T. Shipolani coming onto the field made a difference, and North Carolina FC got to share the points.
You know how it works. Let's put Jason Gary to work here and show you all the goals and some big saves as well.
Absolutely. This was the Kyle Becker, Daniel Rios show here. Good hold-up play from Lomas. And Kyle Becker has just found himself wide.